Today is day 84, ladies and gentlemen, of our 1000 Dawns. And guess what? During Operation Phosphoricus, which you probably may not have heard me mention for a while, but guess what? We have approached our first major victory at long last of the year. It's taken nearly 1/3 of the year to get to this stage, but allow me to explain to you exactly what it is. We are now 1/25th of our way to Las Vegas. So yesterday, I was only about 213 quid away from getting to our first target. And yesterday I thought, you know what the hell? I may as well just go stick £213 extra into the fund. And that's exactly where we're at. So it means that the only thing, and because I also topped it up with today's deduction, and well, let me explain to you exactly what the tax, so to speak, consists of. So previously, since I started doing this fund, it was £1 for about 3 weeks, then £2 for 3 weeks, £3 for about 2 weeks, and then £4 just the last week. But since we're now our 1/25th away, what I've decided to do revolves something like this. £20 a day means that in 50 days, we'll have made up another £1,000. However, there is also a tax I'm putting on this as well. £1 extra a day. So it means that we're actually not putting away 20 quid a day now, we're putting away 21. And as long as we do this every single day for the next 50 days, we will get it down to only 23,000 to go before long. Hence why I explained, being 1/25th of our way, because currently we have 1,021 quid put away, and I need to clear my throat actually. Right, okay, with that said, so yes, that's honestly, that's like the first real cause for celebration, is that we are actually, not only are we doing this, but actually the progress we've made so far is actually quite remarkable in the grand scheme of things. And again, the reason why we're doing like 1,000 quid for the next 50 days is just, this is as much as I think we will need to do, because originally the plan was that every year up until like 2031, we'll try and be putting away £5,000 every single year. So that means we'll get to 25 grand. In that amount of time. Realistically, if we get there at a faster rate, probably so much the better, because it's not just the money that's going to actually get us to Las Vegas. It's going to get us there, and providing all things go according to plan, I'll be able to live out there and for at least a year. But if I actually manage to get work, probably even before I even get on the plane, we might be staying there for quite a long time. So what's the connection I'm trying to make? The connection I'm trying to make is that, well, owing to what my actual day job is, if I get more experience out of it, then it means that it will be a glittering sort of resume for the sort of work I want to be able to do in Vegas. And there's quite a few things that have come up over the last couple of days that I've done, and a couple of things going forward that, if I'm successful to chosen to do that sort of work, then it's just more and more things to add to a list. So there's every single reason to try as hard as I do at my day job, and there's every single reason to try as hard as I will, to put money away, because there's every possibility I have of actually getting myself out there and sort of starting a new whole life in Vegas. It's not easy. And I think that's a bit of an understatement, that this whole enterprise is far from easy. I would say it's probably been one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do, was to, well, putting money away, and I have not even touched even so much as a penny that's gone into the fund. So I would say that's a good start. However, even if we were to be generous and say we put about £7,500 a year, that would still mean that in 4 years' time we could be nearly £30,000 up, which maybe in 4 years' time, by the time we get to 2030, maybe the cost of living will literally reflect something to the tune of we would need £30,000 minimum. Because originally, I thought minimum we would need £10,000. The reality is, well, to be honest, 25, because even if I somehow fail to get any work at all, it means I could still afford to stay out there for at least a year. Although if I didn't find any work in, let's say, 3 months, I would probably hightail it back home before I had anything else to lose. Because I would still have to go, because even before all that, there's still the issue of, trying to apply for a visa to work, a green card, a place to live, complicating things about, insurance, rent, transport to and from work, and also actually just making sure I have enough to eat, which the last of these is probably, I would say in terms of actually moving out or moving to a new country, the priorities, they are important in that order, with the idea of food being a bad last. But with that being said, that's still a very long time away. But to be honest, if this is the first of many major victories this year, then in about 2 months' time, I plan on initializing 2 other victories, which may make the time come around still further. It's not going to be easy, but I do know ways of getting around it. I can certainly wait, but not forever. But in the meantime, I'll see all of you guys again next time, because soon enough, forever will arrive.